Right. Hi everyone. I thought I'd lost my drink then. What am I saying? What's going on? Oh yeah, new video. Of course, I've just started. Man alive. I got distracted. I said drink. I was like, hey, drink. Woo. And then I was like, oh, must be off then. But no, got things to do. Things to do, right? Honestly, so, surprised you got this far, right? Well done. You stuck around, right? Because I'm only filming this. Like, this is probably like my second proper one. I'm already sort of blown it, but this will probably be released. Um, uh, this is video number 8 apparently. If we're going to do this one on the list, but I don't know. Maybe. Mm, 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 mm. Imaginary looking through imaginary book. So, what do you want to talk about? What is it we're talking about today? Well, pretty weird one. I think we've just done the afterlife, so hopefully I've covered all them points. Because I'm still looking for the notes actually. Because I made some notes somewhere. I think it's in that red book over there. You know, which is I don't know why I throw it to you, but I hope the points are in there. There's only, I think once again, there's only about 5 points in it, but crucial to the video. But this one is about the overmind. And like, here's some Iron Brew. Iron Brew, this one's called. It's good stuff. Iron Brew. Iron Brew? Iron Brew. Iron Brew. Yeah. Apparently it's good for the hemoglobin. I found out today. No less, actually. I think. Yeah, I think, yeah. Yeah, if you want to get your hemoglobin up, you get some iron, you get some ferrous metals. Well, ferrous oxide, that's rust in it. Okay, but let's not get into science. Right away, hey, oh god, oh no, this isn't good at all. Even now, I've just ruined my hair. Okay, well, come on, at least get. I want to move the mic up, but there we go. That's a bit better. So, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody around the world. You are joining me live from a broadcast from inside of my room. My room is situated in a it's in Danger Mouse's old shoe cupboard. He let it out to me, and he said, I'm not really using this anymore, and frankly, the thought of this is all a bit outdated now, and I'm actually downsized, and I know I was in a post box before, but I'm just a mouse, so don't worry too much. And this is a warehouse, so just have the warehouse, and thank you for your kind and humble service, and I love you. And he gave me a little peck and a small parcel, and it was a handkerchief, and inside the handkerchief was what I thought was sandwiches, but it wasn't sandwiches at all. No, it was a microphone, and I broke it, and I haven't had the heart to tell him. So if you're watching this, Danger Mouse, I love you, and I guess we can try and take it to a hi-fi shop if they still have hi-fi shops around the place. Um, yeah, but I'm not actually from the 70s or anything, so I don't know if that's how those things work. I've got some sweets here, and you're just a mouse, so small little crystal of sweet will be pardon me, sufficient, I'm sure. Thank you, Dave Mouse. You're our hero. Um, the overmind. So, what is it? Is it like the undermined? Is it like being undermined? Is it like overrated? Is it something I should be mindful of, or minding of, or um, don't know, don't know any other over things. Hmm. Hmm. Overease. I just thought that I was not going to say it, seeing as I'm sort of blowing the video. I may as well. Maybe just throw it out the window. Hmm. No, I don't think it would fit. Anyway, the overmind, right? Sorry if you're wearing headphones then. um, I'll, I'll put something over it. I'll put something daft over it. Yeah. What? Overmind. Overmind? What the hell's the overmind? Well, I'm glad you asked because I don't have a clue. But it's not what it actually is, because if you look it up, it'll say, oh, it's the eighth circuit of consciousness. Because what I was quite interested in is when I was a young child, you know, the mind and stuff, and all that sort of freaky, deaky, uh, uh, voodoo, juju, uju, goji berries. Um, and I still very much am. So if you're out there and you do that sort of thing, like, console me first. I don't want like a load of like go-go dancers turning up to my door or something with like a bunch of like cursed artifacts. Well, actually, well, you probably could. You could, I suppose. I mean, maybe leave the cursed artifacts outside, um, or put them under a bush, maybe, so they don't get lost. But doesn't sound so bad. Oh, anyway, whoa. But yeah, it's not the eighth circuit of consciousness, which is something else entirely, really quite interesting. But what that is anyway, the eighth circuit of consciousness is where like you're sort of like you disconnect from your brain, right? And you go like outside of yourself, right? But what I'm talking about when I say like the open mind is there some like group consciousness or even beyond like just the fact that there's some sort of like living memory that we're all subscribed to, um, but like maybe actually like um, there is like consciousness above our own consciousness. You know what I mean? That we're all attuned to, you know, like a greater being. Okay, whether or not we're in it, whether or not we make it, whether or not we we've learned from it or something like that, or all these things. Like, is there another plane of consciousness above, um, above, like our own little tiny minds? And you know, because I think there is, and why I think there is. For a long time, I was debating it because I was like, well, there's definitely like, um, you know, like we've all put our ideas together to create something, you know, it's good stuff, isn't it? And we've all learned things like from the past, you know, but that's sort of like a group effort or whatever. But um, don't know, no, I'm sort of disagreeing with you there. Okay, but what I, yeah, um, but technology apparently, I think the word technology before technology was a thing was to do with like brain science or something, like social science or something. Um, maybe, don't know. Maybe not. I could be just totally getting that wrong because I saw something in animation and I think it might be. But it sounds right. But anyway, so for a long time I was like, yeah, well, it probably isn't a thing, and I'm probably just mental, you know. Um, and because I have mildly touched my head at points. For a long time I didn't admit it. Um, I still experienced some things. For a lot of it, I wasn't really uh, admitting of it, and it was all quite confusing. And there's a lot to think about when you're mad. So one of them's got to be right, is what you're thinking, right? So you're not thinking, oh, this is crazy. Hey, no. But anyway, one night when I'm not particularly crazy, I'm sober, I'm reasonably happy, and I'm just lying there, and I'm not quite asleep, but I'm sort of in that somber state. Now, I don't know if you've ever had a dream before, but quite bizarre. Sometimes I've sworn I've seen future occurrences in my dreams, and then days will come up and I'm like, that's spooky. Don't remember that. Or you see strangers in your dreams that you never met before, or other weird things. People come to you, and dreams are weird, aren't they? Now, this I wasn't even asleep yet, and I'm experiencing this sort of the dream state or whatever. So I'm sort of lucid, not lucid dreaming because that's something else entirely, which we can go into another time. But this was just I'm starting to just have like when you start to your thinking pattern goes a bit weird, and you know you might notice that and you start to wake up again, or maybe you don't. You start to just drift off. And you just let that sort of you know um. But anyway, so I start hearing all these voices, right? And I feel like I'm in this pub, okay? I feel like I'm in this bar, and it's in the dead of night. So lock in. I can hear my dad's voice and a bunch of other weird men. And there's almost like a hue to the conversation, just in the air with it. Like it's all lit by lamps or something. And it's bizarre. And they turned to me, and there was a couple of people I knew, and of course my dad. He goes, "Oh, we don't see you in here a lot or something." Or strange for you to turn up or something like that. And then my dad sort of went away, right? And it feels like there's all these people leaning over, and I don't feel like I'm in this conversation. I feel like they're chatting away, and they've just said, "Oh, hello, Simon, Squibs." I'm just standing there like, "Oh, like what? What's going on? What's this?" I feel like I'm intruding into a conversation here. So anyway, I'm just thinking, it's just a dream. I recognise these voices. I'm just making it up. I'm about to fall asleep. But the strange part comes in this next bit. In the next conversation, there's an Irish man with a very heavy, bizarre Irish accent, which I've never heard before, right? And he's talking to his friends, and he's all a bit hush hush. He's saying these things, and he's asking these questions, right? To what they're not getting too much of an answer to. So at this point, I'm like, I don't really know what's going on here. I need to get out of here. But he starts saying things in Irish, okay? Irish words I've never heard before, okay? And I'm like, this is like slang, surely. It's just slang words, or maybe it's just nonsense that my brain's making up, okay? And so that's bizarre enough, and just even the sensation of being there and like the fact that I don't know, I wasn't not comfortable, but I felt like honestly, I felt like I was in a different time period to what I've ever known. And it did feel like these were people who had been at like a bar for like a good part of their like waking days or whatever. So I was like, okay, I need to get out of here. And there wasn't any alcohol for me, so I don't know. Can't talk to a load of Irish strangers in my own brain, can I? When I don't even speak Irish. So anyway, that's the strange part. So I wake up and I decide to start googling these words, and they're real words. And none of them meant what I thought they would to me. and they were like real Irish words, and I was like, that's just not right. I've never heard those words before in my life. I don't think I have, unless I was a baby or something. Um, but it was just weird. It was just really weird. And I was thinking, what if there is actually, like a register in our brains that we can connect to, and like actually telepathically communicate? And whether or not we're actually conscious of it at different times or something, we maybe all have to be switched on to the same sort of frequency, but maybe our brains are all just buzzing away in the background. And that's pretty much it, people. But I don't have the answers, and I might just sound really mad, but what do you think about that? Because all this sort of thing that I'm talking about is stuff which, like, initially, like, characterly, or characteristically, you would say, these are signs of just lunacy, insanity, or something like that. But a lot of people have these experiences, so you know, it's obviously it happens. So it's more to the case of what is it? What is it? What could it be? Really? Um, but yeah. So I'd like to know, honestly. So I'd like to pursue and sort of research this stuff pretty much. But yeah, I don't want to know. I want to know about your experiences with the overmind, and you won't get any judgment from me. Um, you can make a different account or something. You should probably make several accounts and subscribe to me on all of them. Just for the hell of it. And yeah, tell me about your experiences if you want, and we could set up some brain experiments maybe, and we could do a little series on the overmind, something like that. Very sci-fi, isn't it? I'd like to see some sci-fi things in the future. Because I do love science. I really do like science. I'm trying to think of anything else I've experienced with the overmind that I can think to remember. Because as I think we've probably established, my memory is a bit bad. My head's not too good either, I'd say. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Hmm. Hmm. I have some other experiences with the overnight, but let's, well, we'll go into them in another time in the future. And do you know what? If anyone's a hairdresser as well, you can get me. 'Cause this is just it's uncouth, isn't it? It's uncouth at the moment. Is that the word? It's just not right. It's not right. So that's me signing out. Thank you very much. Have a nice evening, everyone. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Thank you for coming in. And see you later. Bye. Yeah. All bad.